Once upon a time, in a village called Greenwich, a greedy landlord lives in. Landlord gives his land for cultivation to the farmers by applying strange conditions. David, who is a poor person, lives in the same village. The landlord gives David his land every year on contract, saying that 50% share is for landlord and 50% share for David. After cultivation, landlord takes good crop and gives bad crop to David. Due to this, David is leading a very difficult time. One day, David's son, named called Peter, returns home in holidays from city. After seeing his father's situation and listening to landlord's antics, Peter decided to do farming from that day. Dad, you don't worry at all. I will take care of cultivation from today. Peter said these words to his father and went to meet landlord. Come, Peter. Where is your father? My father is unwell. From today, I will only take care for all the cultivation chores. So let me know the condition for this year. I made his father fool till now. From today, I will play with him. Okay, then Peter, from today, whatever you harvest, the upper part of the crop belongs to me and the lower part is yours. Okay, landlord. By saying these words, Peter leaves his house. The seeds are planted by Peter and he takes care of farm very carefully. Crop is very good grown, and after 3 months, landlord visits Peter at farm to take his share. Come, landlord. The grass which is grown up is yours. This time I have cultivated groundnuts, so lower part is mine. You can take your part, landlord. Landlord gets angry by seeing this. So landlord starts thinking that this child is making me a fool. Okay, this time I should teach him a lesson. With this thought in mind, landlord leaves that place. After few days, landlord asks Peter to visit him. Hey Peter, landlord asked you to visit him. Okay, you go. I'll come after some time. After some time, Peter visits landlord. How are you, Peter? Don't you want to do cultivation? I wanted to do cultivation, landlord. I was about to come and meet you. Child, this time the condition is a bit different. The upper part belongs to you and lower part of crop is mine. Peter said yes and left the place. He went to cultivate the land. And after 3 months, landlord visited Peter for his share. Come, landlord. This time I have cultivated wheat. As per the condition, you take the lower part towards land, and I am taking the upper part. By seeing this, landlord becomes angry and says to Peter, You feel yourself as an intelligent person? Now I will give you my land to you for cultivation, and condition is upper and lower parts are mine. The middle part is yours. Are you okay with the condition? Okay, I agrees with your condition. But this time even I have a condition, landlord. If you will lose this time, you promise me that you will give poor farmers share equally and you behaves good with them. Okay, I agree. After 4 months, landlord visits Peter's land and shocks by seeing sugarcane in the farm. Now, you can take the upper and lower parts of crop as per your condition. Yes, child. Please excuse me. I have realized my mistake. From now, I will not cheat anyone.
There was a farmer named Gary. One day he was working in his farm. Suddenly he found a pot full of gold in the field, which was filled with gold coins.
Oh, pot of gold? I am so lucky. Katie will be so happy when I'll show her.
But just as he thinks about Katie, he feels a little scared.
No. If I tell Katie, she will spread the news to the entire village.
We found a pot of gold in our farm. We found a pot of gold in our farm.
Oh my God. No. This should not happen. But how will I hide this from Katie? I cannot take this big pot all alone. I will have to find a solution.
Gary then covered the pot with soil and reached home thinking about that matter.
Today you're home early?
I'm feeling hungry. Serve the food quickly.
Katie served the food. But Gary was not focusing on eating.
Katie, I'm not hungry. I will go to the market.
That's very strange. Just now you said you were hungry. Are you okay?
Yes, I'm fine. I'll be back late. You have your dinner and go to sleep.
Gary then goes to the market. He buys some fish and some cans of red color. He goes to his farm with those things.
I should get to work now.
Gary now mixes the red color in water and waters the farm with it. And then he spreads the fish all over the farm.
Now it's fine.
That night, he reaches his home very late.
Oh, she's asleep. Katie, get up, Katie. I have to tell you something. Oh, come fast.
What happened? You came very late today.
There is something. Come with me to the farm.
Right now? It's late night. Let's go in the morning.
No, Katie, let's go right now. It has rained in our farm.
How is this possible? It did not rain here. Sky is also clear.
Oh dear, that is the point. It has rained only in our farm, and that too, not an ordinary rain. It was rain of fish. There are plenty of fish in our farm which dropped from the sky.
Fish rain? Are you feeling okay?
I'm absolutely fine, Katie. Now come with me.
With the lantern in their hand, they both reached the farm.
See, Katie, this wasn't an ordinary rain. It was raining red from the sky. I have filled this water in a pot.
When Katie saw fish all over the farm, she was astonished. She could see red spots here and there in the farm.
Oh yes, there are so many fishes spread here. How did this happen?
This looks like a miracle. Let's take the pot filled with water home. But this is a secret, and so don't tell this to anyone.
Why will I tell anyone?
With Katie's help, Gary brings home the pot filled with gold. Next morning, before Katie wakes up, Gary hid the pot in the courtyard of his home. When Katie woke up, she came to Gary asking about the pot.
Listen, where have you kept the pot?
Pot? Which pot?
The one we brought from our farm last night.
Some of the neighbors hear Katie talking. They all come near and gather around, asking her about the pot.
Pot? Which pot? Did you find a pot of gold? What is in the pot? Did you find a treasure? Oh, no, there is nothing of that kind. She must have dreamed last night.
I haven't dreamt anything. Why do you lie? We brought a big pot last night from our farm.
Yesterday night?
Yes, yesterday night. You know, yesterday it rained very heavily in our farm.
But yesterday it didn't rain here.
That is the point. It rained only in our farm.
Huh?
And that too was not an ordinary rain. It rained red water from sky. And you know, plenty of fish also dropped from the sky on our farm. The pot was filled with that red water only.
And everybody started laughing when Katie said this.
The rain of fish? Is this really possible?
He has really gone mad.
Sister, you must have had some dream. Come, let's go. We wasted our time. Fish rain. Crazy women.
Oh, please stop. I'm telling the truth. Oh, it really rained fish in our farm. Now you please say something.
I told you. You must have had some dream. Now let it go, Katie. Please serve the breakfast. I'm getting late for the farm.
Did I really dreamt last night?
Looking at his wife going inside with a confused mind, Gary smiles.
Secret should remain secret. Otherwise, why would we call it so?
A man named Michael lived in a village. He had a big dairy shop. He used to provide milk, curd, and other dairy products in his shop.
Hey, what is this? Where did so many flies come today? Hey! Oh shit. Let me throw this before anyone sees.
Michael was a miser. Uncle Michael, please give me 2 kg butter.
Sure, son, I will give you right away.
Hey, what is this? Uncle Michael, there is a fly in it.
What? A fly? Show me.
The boy shows Michael the box of butter.
Wait, son. I will give you another box of butter.
Michael takes out the fly from the box and hands over the same box to the boy.
Take this, son. Is it okay now?
Yes, Uncle Michael. Thank you. I will leave now. At that time, there arrived 2 sepoys from the palace.
Listen, Michael. 40 kg butter should be delivered by noon in the palace.
Yeah, sure. But such a high quantity of butter? Is there a party in palace today?
Yes, today the king has thrown a party for the ministers.
Okay. Don't worry. You will get the butter on time.
Sepoys leave, and Michael starts preparing butter.
Listen, Simon. We have to deliver 40 kg of butter to the palace by afternoon. Let's start working quickly. But master, we don't have enough milk to prepare 40 kg of butter. Do one thing. Add half quantity water to the milk we have. That will do the work. But master, that will not be right. If the king finds this out, then he will punish us. You do your work quietly or get lost. Oh, okay, master.
Simon adds water to the milk, but even then, the quantity is not enough. Simon goes to his master to inform him.
Master, I added water to the milk, but even then, preparing 40 kg of butter is not possible. What shall we do now? Okay. You go out there and look after the shop. I will take care of this. Okay, master. I should add vegetable oil to this.
Michael takes the case of vegetable oil and adds the butter, and that fills the case of butter fully.
Wow, my work is done. Now I have to deliver this to the palace quickly.
Michael takes the case of butter to the palace and returns home after delivering that. All the ministers arrive at the party. The party was wonderful. The king welcomes the ministers wholeheartedly. All the ministers eat a lot of food. After the dinner, ministers meet the king and go back to their homes. The king offers each minister a box of sweet as return gift.
Wow, the aroma of the sweets is so good. I will also taste the sweets.
The king tasted the sweet happily. The ministers also enjoyed the sweets just like the king. After eating the sweets, the king falls sick.
Your Highness, the ministers have also fallen sick like you. What? How's this possible? Seems like something was wrong with the sweets. Go and call the chef.
Yes, Your Highness.
You fool! What kind of sweet did you make? Everyone has fallen sick after eating your sweets.
Your Highness, I prepared it very carefully. I have no idea what happened. Your Highness, I think all this happened because of Michael's butter.
Are you sure that all have fallen sick because of that butter?
Yes, Your Highness, because I could smell vegetable oil in that butter.
This means Michael cheats everyone with adulteration. General, send 2 sepoys to Michael's house to keep an eye on him. Yes, Your Highness.
Sepoys arrive at Michael's house and sneak up. The Michael was adding vegetable oil to the butter.
Oh, what's this? Michael is putting everyone in trouble by adulteration. Yes, we should catch him red-handed and take him to the king.
Yes, come quickly.
Sepoys enter Michael's house and catch him red-handed.
You adulterate butter? Now you will have to answer the king. No, please forgive me.
Come, Now you will explain things to the king.
Sepoys bring Michael to the palace.
Your Highness, we caught Michael red-handed, adulterating butter.
Does this mean that you fooled everyone? Please forgive me, Your Highness. I made a mistake. I will never do this. General, take him and throw in jail. No, Your Highness, please forgive me. I will never do this.
The king does not listen to Michael and the general throws him in jail.